From DC moons here to Chatterbox sing. 2200 RPM, watch the trigger finger sting. Women's are fed with its triple crown. Striker stacks make the whole block drown. Flex with all blue cores. 2 mil armor, but the DPS soars. Cheat clap tempo like a machine gun. Respawn, reload, let's have some fun. Chatterbox go burn. Word, 125% RPM, make them hurt. Died again, dad, just respawn. Favorite thing when the mag stays long. Legendary stronghold with the elite.
Did I just respawn again? What's going on, DAGS? If you're new to the channel, welcome to Die Again Gaming. I'm your host, Nox, where my favorite thing to do is respawn, and it's not because I'm good. And for today's video, if you haven't caught on yet, I'm going to be rocking the Chatterbox with a all-blue striker build. This loadout is predominantly set up for running on legendary missions, specifically like the District Union Arena, and also running the Capitol building. You can get away with running it on like Roosevelt Island, the Zoo, and Tidal Basin. Just keep in mind that it's going to depend on your teammates as well, because you don't want to push out by yourself, especially on those larger missions. Because while you are going to be tanky and have DPS, you're not going to have like all red build DPS in case you get fully surrounded and your teammates are always somewhere behind you in the corner. They're not going to be really able to help you. And with that being said, before we move on, let's drop into the DAGS community shout out. Today's DAGS community shout out is going to be Strategy Gaming. Here's a little bit about the channel. And what you can find on this channel is going to be the current scout guides for this season. And if you haven't done any of the guides, you could check them out here all in one spot. And like I've been saying, help support the community by subscribing to all your favorite content creators. Quick disclaimer, this is a striker's build, so any gun will pretty much work with a striker's build. And there really isn't anything new or exciting about this loadout, so if you're looking for something like new and exciting, this is not it. This is just going to be a solid build that you can run if you want to use the Chatterbox. And I'm going to kind of break down to you what I think is valuable to this loadout when you want to run the Chatterbox. A couple things about the Chatterbox is that it shoots marshmallows really fast, over 2000 RPM when you have it fully stacked up.
This thing spits marshmallow rounds faster than you can blink. We're talking serious firepower. Trust me, it gets the job done.
And why this loadout works on legendary missions is because we are super tanky, and that's going to allow us to kind of be in the thick of the heat, and we're able to play in the middle of all the enemies. So every time we reload, there should be a bunch of enemies around us to give us at least, 3 stacks, maybe up to 5. That way we're always going to benefit from the talent from the Chatterbox. And because we have a little bit bigger than normal magazine size, thanks to the loadout, we're actually able to benefit from the, the 50% magazine reload when we take out an enemy. The strategy that I like to use is I'll just run into the middle of an encounter before it starts, reload, that way I get 5 stacks. And then I'll ignore the yellows because I have a lot of protection from elite, and I go straight for the reds and purples, because those are going to be the only ones that can really do any damage to you outside of like a Changa that has a red buff on it. And besides that, none of the yellows are going to actually do any damage to you. Another thing about the Chatterbox is you're going to have to break the habit of wanting to reload constantly. And if your magazine is low, a neat trick is if you go to an ammo box and you're the one who opens the ammo box or interacts with the ammo box, it's going to refill your whole magazine of your Chatterbox without actually reloading it. So if you got 5 stacks in 2 rounds, interact with an ammo box, now you're going to have a full magazine and still the 5 stacks. And just remember, you are going to be shooting marshmallows really fast, which is kind of a con for legendary missions, shooting marshmallows. But a pro with the Chatterbox is we're going to be shooting those marshmallows really fast. So we will be able to actually get kills just thanks to the super high RPM. And when you run loadouts like this with all blue strikers, with any type of gun, it doesn't matter what gun you use, you have to be comfortable with playing close and personal, especially when you're running SMGs, which has a pretty crappy optimal range. Chatterbox only has 21. So like I said, make sure you're comfortable with playing close and personal. And the only way you're going to get the Chatterbox rate of fire boost is if you are within 15 meters of an enemy. So just keep that in mind when it comes to picking a loadout and a build for your playstyle. Alrighty, DAGS, besides those things I mentioned specifically to the Chatterbox, there really isn't anything new or exciting about this loadout or anything hard about it to play. The cool thing with the Chatterbox is you don't really need an ACS 12. You could just kind of go in there and build up the stacks just from the rate of fire from the Chatterbox. Alrighty, I'm starting to ramble on, so let's get right into the build breakdown. Alright, guys, here's the build. It's pretty straightforward. We are going with the gunner specialization. Of course, we got the Chatterbox, the MVP of this loadout, and it comes with the talent Incessant Chatter which is going to be surprisingly really easy to keep procced at like 4 or 5 stacks when we're running through legendary missions. And when we're fully stacked, we're going to be sitting over 2000 RPM, which is pretty nutty. And additionally, when we kill an enemy, we get 50% of our magazine refilled. Secondary and sidearm don't really matter. You can run whatever you want. I do have ACS 12 with Brazen. And I do have the TI card custom just for the +1 skill tier in case I gotta drop my Reviver Hive for one of my teammates or something like that. Moving on to the loadout, I'm sitting at 6 blues, 1 red, and 1 yellow. And that's thanks to the Memento backpack because it does give you that one of each core attributes. And then for the armor mod, I have protection on the elite for the backpack, the mask, and the vest. And a really awesome thing about the Memento backpack is its talent kill confirmed because it comes with both a long-term buff and a short-term buff. And with this loadout, even though we're all blue, it's really easy to get kills. So this thing's going to be always stacked at 30 stacks. And then for the gloves, I have the Eagle's Grasp because you get that 15% magazine size, the 15% weapon handling, and then I got critical hit damage as well. And that 15% magazine size actually is going to take our Chatterbox from 60 to 69 rounds. And when it comes to the critical hit damage, critical hit chance, it doesn't matter where you put which attribute. You just want to get to at least 50% critical hit chance and put the rest into critical hit damage. And then finishing off the loadout, I do have 4 pieces of strikers. Here is the mask, here's the holster, and here's the knee pads. And finally, here's the chest piece. And the reason why I'm running the chest piece is because we're going to get the talent Prestige advantage. Because we're running a old blue build on legendary content, it's going to be really easy to stay at 200 stacks, especially with the Chatterbox because this thing shoots like a freaking laser beam. And then for the skills, I got the Crusader Shield, and then I got the Reviver Hive. And when it comes to the modifiers, I'm not actually going to utilize them, but if I am going to utilize them, I'll use the attack link if I'm playing in a group with randoms, and then I'll have the assault link if I'm playing in a group of people I know. That way I could have more weapon damage. And because I'm not planning on using my active modifiers, I do have the multitask re-equip, best kind of defense, and then the extra padding to give me that juicy 30% protection from elites. So right now I'm at 58% critical hit chance, 96% critical hit damage, and 70% headshot damage, and these will all go up once I turn on the modifiers. Defense wise, we're sitting a little bit over 2 million armor. I get 200k armor on kill to help me stay alive, and then we're going to get that 3% armor regen once we stack up our kill confirm tokens on our Memento backpack. And once extra padding kicks in with the additional 30% protection from elites, we are going to be sitting at 68 protection from elites. Alrighty, DAGS, this is how I like to run my legendary striker builds with the Chatterbox. Alrighty, DAGS, that's my tanky striker build utilizing the Chatterbox. And let me know what gun you would prefer to use with this loadout, because like I said, it is a striker's loadout, so any gun will work with it just fine. And if you made it this far, make sure to like the video, drop a comment below, and make sure you guys are subscribed. It will help out the channel. That's all for now. Happy cheek clapping. Get out there with the grata-ta-ta and let us know how high you could get your RPMs.
ACS 12 Brazen turns cover to hay. Suiadoka gloves boost the max size. Eagle's precision with laser eyes. First the advantage when a shield explodes. Crusader up with 30% PSE. Multitasker mods, yes indeed. Assault link pop like New Year's Eve. Reviver Hive got that second wind. Incessant Chatter never ends. Kill confirmed, whole team wins. Crats have to drill, SMG 2200 RPM melt enemies. G-clap rhythm with armor so thick. Respawn reload, that's the trick. Pentagon steps with the carnage view. All blue cores but the DPS grew. Loaded up mod keeps the bullets stacked. Extra padding means they can't clap back. Chatterbox hungry, eats through plates. Refill magazine, that's first aid. Striker's tempo make them drop. Build so nasty, make step stop. Protection from elite strong. Brazen shotgun for close encounters. This tank DPS, whole game's haunted. That's a drill.
Oh shit. Let me build up my strikers so I can actually kill them. Bro, dude's taking no. Bro is a fucking god mode. Activate. God, bro, die. And this fucker right here. Get out of my cheeks. That's my cheeks. That's my special place. Oh, I'm about to die. That fucking tank right there. Fuck me. That shit fucking melted me like I was fucking made out of butter. Oh. You better watch out. Here comes the Chungus. Take the rat out first. Put my gun inside it and bypass his armor. I'm going to run straight to the back and climb up to get rid of the snipers. The fuck was this dude like inside of me? Dude, what the fuck was he doing? He was like flinching around.
Like ricochets, each stack gain 2% tempo increase. Add reverse symbol.
Ow.
Pestilence firing hope. Integration. Coyote mask breathing. Center.
Like, where the fuck's the rest of them? I want to kill them before I work on this guy. There's still a guy alive? What the fuck? Gratata, 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 gratata. I do no damage, but I shoot fast as fuck, boy.